This is a presentation of the 2024 NSAA State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. State baseball coverage is powered by Mullen Motors, Next Ag Appraisal and Realty, Members Owned Credit Union, Empire Fence and Netting, High Electric, and Union Bank and Trust. Now, calling all the action, here's Nick Sainert.
Welcome back into Warner Park, the first game of the day, potentially the only game of the day here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. We're still up in the air because if Millard South is able to knock off the Spartans here in game one, we will have a game two immediately following that one. If the Spartans are able to knock off the Patriots, they will punch their ticket to their second straight state championship game on Friday. So once again, it is the Lincoln East Spartans, the number one team in the Class A bracket, going up against the 4 seed, the Millard South Patriots. Millard South fell to the Lincoln Southwest Silverhawks in the opening round and have now won 2 elimination games to get back to this point. As Lincoln East had yesterday off, they knocked off, as we mentioned in the first round, Millard North, and then Lincoln Southwest in the second round. So got Tuesday off, did the Spartans, and because of that, they're able to start Thomas Fraley on the mound, a left-handed thrower, 6-0 on the year, a 1.60 earned run average. Throws from the left side as Will Thomas, the leadoff batter for Millard South, steps in, and we are ready to go from Warner Park today. The first pitch of the game is low and away for a ball, 1-0. We talked about that yesterday, Austin and I did, from Tal Anderson Field, saying that looking at the pitching depth as we go farther throughout this tournament, it'll certainly be something to kind of keep an eye on. Lincoln East and Millard West, the two teams that benefited the most from Tuesday, as they did not have to play. The 1-1 pitch from Fraley to Will Thomas. Thomas starting in center field like he has all 4 games for Millard South this tournament. 2 balls, 1 strike here from Thomas Fraley. Lincoln East in their cream uniforms, off-white uniforms, as the 2-1 pitch is low out of the zone, ball 3. With the blue letters and numbers, Spartans in script font across their chest, the blue hats with the E on the bill. So here we are as the 3-1 pitch softly chopped to the pitcher. Thomas trying to race it out at first base, but a nice throw by Thomas Fraley over to A.J. Avasco at first base retires the Millard South leadoff hitter, Will Thomas, for out number 1 in the top of the first inning. So these games decided on home and away by a coin flip, and Michael Lanick, the head coach for Lincoln East, won that flip and wanted to be the home team. If there is a second game, then they'll flip-flop, and Millard South will be the home team. So we had a little bit of controversy early on here as Michael Lanick was all the way out at the grass. The umpire was saying, get back, but the pitcher, Fraley, went ahead and threw a pitch. It was low and away for a ball. Nobody called time, so it was not an official pitch. The 1-0 offering from Fraley after he does throw ball 1 is in the dirt, 2-0. So Fraley struggling to locate here early on in the second batter of the game. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. The pitch swung on, hit well out to center field. The center fielder racing over, and Mason Gaines is there to make the catch and retire Jackson Apin, the Millard South 2-hole hitter. So 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Thomas Fraley will now face Harrison Hart. Hart, the right-handed batter, hitting third in the Millard South lineup. Starting to get more familiar with both of these teams as we've seen Millard South now 4 times. As the first pitch is in there for a strike to Harrison Hart, 0-1. This is game 15 of our Class A and B state baseball coverage, as the 0-1 offering is outside, ball 1. We'll have the Class A and B championships as Hart hammers this one out to the second baseman, fielded cleanly by the backhand of Kai Berkey, and he throws over to Vasco at first in time for the 4-3 putout. So a nice job by Thomas Fraley, pitching the contact. He goes 2 ground outs and a fly out to end the Millard South top of the first inning. We turn to the bottom half of the first. When we come back, it's Worthley, Berkey, and Avasco when we return on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial or residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Nick Sander back with you from Warner Park in Omaha. Millard South goes 1-2-3, and now it's the Spartans' turn to bat. I mentioned Friday we'll have both the Class A and B state championship games. Class B starts at 3:30 p.m. from here at Warner, and the Class A is there to follow. So we'll have both of those coming your way on 93.7 The Ticket. As it is the home half of the first inning, and it's our first look today at the Lincoln East Spartans. They'll lead off with the Michigan commit, Jeter Worthley. Worthley doing the catching today. He started the state tournament at second base last Friday, but now he's caught in both the second and now third game for Lincoln East. The other catcher was Garrett Springer, who's caught back last Friday, but now just is doing the designated hitting. No score, bottom of the first inning. The pitcher on the mound, Tyler Albert. Tyler pitched on Friday in Millard South's opening game against Lincoln Southwest. 1 ball, no strike here to Jeter Worthley. The 1-0 offering hits the outside corner, strike one. So that's an important reason on why to monitor pitch counts early in the tournament. And Millard South did so well as Worthley lines this one right to the shortstop and caught on a line for out number one. And so a loud out number one for Jeter Worthley, as that brings up Kai Berkey. But like I was saying, Millard South didn't need to take Tyler Albert out in the fourth inning against Lincoln Southwest, but pitch count reasons, they wanted him available for earlier in the midweek, I should say. And Albert fires strike one to Kai Berkey. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch from Albert outside, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning. Lincoln East just needs 1 more win to go to the state championship as Berkey floats this one out to right field. The first baseman, second baseman won't get there, and Berkey reaches on a bloop single to the right field line. So Berkey will occupy first base, and that brings up A.J. Avasco. Avasco on the season came into the state tournament hitting .211. 8 home runs, 52 runs driven in. Avasco, the future Kansas State Wildcat, hits from the left-handed side, a tall fella. As Berkey leads off at first base, the pitch from Albert to Avasco. This one hammered left side and just past the diving glove of Apin at shortstop into left center field for a base knock. And that'll be another 1-out single for A.J. Avasco as Berkey moves up to second base. And Avasco will be at first base, bringing up the designated hitter, the stocky designated hitter, Garrett Springer. Number 19 for Lincoln East, stepping into the right-handed batter's box, a righty-righty matchup with runners on first and second base. Tyler Albert going to have to work out of a little bit of a jam here in the bottom of the first inning. He fires towards home, and the breaking ball just misses outside, 1-0. Once again, pleased to be able to hear some natural baseball sounds today as the window is open here at Warner Park. The 1-0 pitch from Albert. Fouled off to the left side, hits Troy Peltz in the on-deck circle on the ground, but 1 ball, 1 strike. The wind slightly blowing out to left field here at Warner Park. According to the flagpoles in right center field. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Albert. Low and away, gets away from the catcher all the way back to the backstop, and both runners will advance another 90 feet. So Avasco to second and Berkey to third. And now Springer, with a 2-1 count, has runners in scoring position. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Albert takes a big breath before coming set, now does. Looks over at Berkey at third base, the 2-1 pitch. Low and away, good stop behind the dish by Carson Durr. And it's 3 balls, 1 strike. So hitters count coming up to the designated hitter, the cleanup batter, Garrett Springer. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom half of the first. Albert comes set from the stretch, fires, and that's ball 4. So Tyler Albert has now given up a 1-out walk to load the bases. And now Troy Peltz slowly meandering to that left-handed batter's box. And Millard South is going to have a conversation on the mound. So they'll have a conversation, run a couple of guys down to the bullpen as Lincoln East has loaded the bases here in the bottom of the first inning. And Tyler Albert, the Millard South hurler, in a little bit of trouble. We'll step aside, come back in 30 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Nick Sander back with you. Warner Park, Lincoln East has loaded the bases. Troy Peltz up to bat from the left-handed side, facing the right arm of Tyler Albert. Albert comes set. The first pitch to Peltz is watch, and it's a ball 1, low and in. Peltz went around, or almost went around, and they appealed down to third, no swing. So 1 ball, no strikes. Albert, nowhere to put him. The pitch in the inside corner, strike 1. Troy Peltz kind of lowered that back leg and brought that knee down like it almost was going to clip him on the left knee, but it wasn't on the corner, just Peltz is crowding the plate. The 1-1 pitch from Albert. Swung on, hammered out to right center field. The right fielder racing back, and that will unhop the fence. 1-1 will score. Avasco being tailed by Springer around third. Avasco scores. As Springer scores, and sliding into third is Troy Peltz with a 1-out, bases clearing triple, and Lincoln East is in front 3-0. That ball was hammered to right center field off the bat of Troy Peltz. The runner at third, Berkey, was standing on third base. Avasco at second knew that ball was down, and so did Springer at first. And so it was one guy tailing the next around second and third base, and they all scored within seconds of each other. 3-0 your score here as Troy Peltz hammers a 1-out triple to score 3 and clear the bases. Now 1 out for the right fielder, Owen Lessig. A dream start for Lincoln East here in the home half of the first inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Owen Lessig, the right fielder. Here's the pitch from Albert. Low and away, ball 2. So Lincoln East putting some good swings on it today in the bottom half of the first inning. The 2-0 pitch from Albert. Grounded, left side, but foul. 2-1. Two balls, one strike, one out, bottom of the first inning. Lincoln East swung on and missed on an offering by Owen Lasig. 2 balls, 2 strikes coming up. So Berkey, Avasco, and Springer all score on the RBI triple from Peltz. As swung on and missed. A big bounce back as Tyler Albert gets Owen Lessig to go down swinging for out number 2. Now that brings up the future Husker. Starting at shortstop today for Lincoln East, Joey Senstock. Senstock hitting 7th in the Lincoln East lineup. Hits from the right side facing the righty arm of Tyler Albert. The first one, low and away, ball 1. Albert has started low and away with a couple of pitches now. Hasn't been able to control that breaking ball. He's buried most of them, but good job so far by Carson Durr behind the plate. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. The pitch from Albert, fastball low and away, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the home half of the first. The pitch from Albert hits the corner, strike 1. Albert and anybody that faces Lincoln East going to get in some trouble if they get behind the count. Hunting fastball. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch grounded right side. That's through into right field for another base hit and another RBI for Lincoln East as Senstock delivers the 2-out RBI single, and Peltz will score from third. So now Lincoln East has extended their lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the first. Brings up the 8-hitter in the Spartans order, Mason Gaines. Gaines getting the start in center field today. Hitting from the left side, facing Tyler Albert as he tries to survive this first inning. Gaines, check swing. It does not go around, ball 1. Lincoln East starting off on the right foot here on a Wednesday morning. The 1-0 pitch from Albert, inside, ball 2. This is where you can run into some serious problems against the Spartans, or if you're playing Millard West, same situation. Their lineup top to bottom can hurt you, and in a fastball count, you can run into some issues as Gaines hits that fastball right side, fielded cleanly by the second baseman and thrown over to first, but damage has been done as Troy Peltz hammers a bases-clearing 3 RBI triple to the right center field wall to score Berkey, Avasco, and Springer. And then Joey Senstock with a 2-out RBI single to right field scored Peltz from third. So Lincoln East in the bottom of the first inning scores 4 runs, and they lead heading to the top of the second, 4-0 over the Millard South Patriots. We'll be back in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
The first batter of the second inning is Carson Durr as he grounds it to the left side. Third baseman Tanner Peterson bobbled it, but was able to come up with it and regain his composure to throw out Carson Durr at first base. So quickly, 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the second inning. So 5-3 on the putout for out number 1. And that brings up Brody Gindra. Gindra got the start 2 days ago for Millard South against their opponent. As here's the pitch upstairs, ball 1. Thomas Fraley throwing from the left side out of the windup. Has not allowed a base runner yet through 4 batters. And a late time is called by Gindra at the dish. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out here in top of the second inning. As Fraley comes set, fires, and it's outside, ball 2. Two balls, no strike, 1 out. The pitch hammered back to the netting, 2-1. So once again, if Lincoln East wins, then you'll have normal 93.7 the ticket programming, until the Supernovas pre-match show starts at 5 p.m. tonight. 2 matches on the PVF, Professional Volleyball Federation Radio Network tonight as the Final Four starts from CHI Health Center in Omaha. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch, Gindra hammers this one left side. Nice stop by Senstock at shortstop. Fires it over to first, and not in time to get the speedy Gindra. A really nice play by Senstock on the backhand. He had to field that one deep in the 5-6 hole. Fired it over to first, but it was not in time to get the future Husker, Brody Gindra. So a 1-out single from Gindra brings up Noah Carroll. Carroll, the first baseman in today's game, hitting from the right side. Facing the lefty, Thomas Fraley on the mound. Fraley 6-0 out of the stretch. Fires in a first pitch strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The pick over to first, back in time, was Gindra. Fraley comes set, another pick over to first, back in time again. No balls, 1 strike here to Noah Carroll. The pitch from Fraley. Low out of the zone, 1-1. Carroll on the season, hitting just over 230. The pitch swung on and missed. He may have gotten a piece of that one, but it went into the mitt of Jeter Worthley behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fraley chases Gindra back to the bag. The quick pitch now outside, and that's going to be a balk. That's a good call by Thomas Fraley, on Thomas Fraley, as Coach Lanik is quickly ushering out to the umpire at second base, as they're saying that Thomas Fraley did not come set for a second, and that he tried to quick pitch. So what he did was he quickly stepped off the rubber, forced Gindra back to the bag, and then quick pitched so that Gindra was unable to get a lead. And the umpire at second base called it for a balk because he did not come set for a substantial amount of time. So Gindra now at second base because of the balk. Noah Carroll faces a 1-2 count at the plate with 1 out here in the top of the second inning. The pitch from Fraley, low and in, ball 2 rather. Fraley looking at his second baseman, Kai Berkey, to see if he wants to organize a timed pickoff. Fraley comes set, fires home, and that's ball 3. So Fraley real concerned with the runner at second base, Gindra. Jeter Worthley's going to go talk to his pitcher here in just a moment. But ultimately, until Gindra got on base, he was not too concerned about anything. In a groove. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. here in the top half of the second inning. 4-0 your score, Lincoln East out in front after they put up a 4 spot in the bottom half of the first. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff pitch here from Fraley as he comes set at the belt. Doesn't look back at the runner and throws ball 4 inside. And so Noah Carroll draws a 6 pitch base on balls. Next up for Millard South, the designated hitter Colin Driffle. Driffle number 26 for Millard South. Getting the designated hitting role for the 4th time in the state tournament. As he has runners on first and second base, Ginger at second, Carroll at first, and Fraley trying to find the strike zone. Nobody out, rather 1 out in the top of the second inning. The first pitch of the at-bat from Thomas Fraley, the left-handed pitcher, as he'll fake the pickoff back to second, and we'll do it again. And now Kai Berkey wants to talk to the pitcher, Thomas Fraley. So Fraley, before looking back stepping back on the rubber, he gets signs from Kai Berkey on whether or not they want to pick off. The pitcher comes set, delivers. And it's a strike 1 on the inner half, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top half of the second inning. Lincoln East leads 4-0. Runners are on first and second. The pitch on 0-1. Swung on and missed. A hardy cut by Driffle right through it. He fans it, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 4-0 is your score. Runners on first and second for Millard South. This one hammered left side, fielded cleanly by the third baseman. He steps on third for 1, throws it across the diamond, and Tuivasco for 2. As that is a 5-3 double play to end the top of the second inning. So a nice job by the Spartans to hang another 0, and Millard South still trails 4-0. We enter the bottom of the second inning, due up in the bottom half of the frame for Lincoln East. It'll be 9-1-2. Peterson, Worthley, and Berkey due up for the Spartans after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
So the day is done for Tyler Alberts as he just goes 1 inning of work. He faces 8 Spartans batters, strikes out 1, walks another, and allows 4 hits, and most importantly, 4 earned runs on the day. So now Millard South will turn to number 3, the junior pitcher, Noah Gartner. Gartner on the season, 3-1 with a 2.63 earned run average. He throws from the right side as well. He'll be dealt with hitters 9, 1, and 2 in the Lincoln East order. So Tanner Peterson, who just turned that 5-3 double play, he stepped on third base bag for 1 and fired it across the field for out number 3 in that inning. He steps up. 4-0 is your score. Lincoln East out in front. So Tanner Peterson steps in. Peterson, number 5, the junior, hitting .208 on the season. The first pitch of the at-bat from Gardner is softly dribbled to the pitcher. He misses it. The second baseman comes charging in, fires over to first. A nice play by the second baseman for out number 1. So the pitcher, Gardner, just had that ball bounce right below his glove. And fortunately enough for him, the second baseman for Millard South, Logan Wick, was charging forward and was able to retire the Spartans' leadoff hitter. So now that brings up the true leadoff in the lineup, Jeter Worthley. Worthley lined out to the shortstop to start the game. He takes ball 1, low and away, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. And it's 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out. The pitch to Jeter Worthy, showing bunt, pulls back, takes called strike, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top half, or rather bottom half of the second inning. This one hammered up the middle as nice diving stop by Wick. He turns around, fires a first, not in time to get Jeter Worthy. A really impressive stop out there in the shallow center field area by Logan Wick. He did a nice glove side turn and was not able to fire over to first in time for Jeter Worthy. So he reaches on the infield single. And that brings up Kai Berkey. Berkey, the starting second baseman today. He had a 1-out single his first time up. Now Jeter Worthy can cause some issues on the base paths for Millard South as he gets an aggressive lead at first. Gardner, the pitcher for Millard South, comes set. Worthy off with the pitch, the high ball, throw down to second, not anywhere close. And Worthy slides in head first safely to second base on a stolen bag. That ball was way up out of the zone. It was almost like Millard South knew that Jeter Worthy was probably going to go. Still was not able to throw him out at second. And so a runner is now in scoring position for the Spartans with a 1-0 count and 1 out. To Berkey, ground ball softly. The pitcher misses it again. The second baseman, almost an instant replay of the first batter of the inning as that went right underneath the pitcher's glove again. And Logan Wick was there to fire over to first. On the play, Worthy moves up to third base. 4-3 on the putout for out number 2. So now AJ Avasco. I saw on Twitter somebody asked to double check the batting average for Avasco. The NSAA stat sheet that they get from the schools has Avasco hitting .211 coming into the state tournament. So that average may fluctuate a little bit, but not a whole lot here. Avasco, one of the most talented hitters on the Spartans, especially with 8 home runs and 52 runs driven in. But once again, per the NSAA stat sheet that we were provided, and they get it from the schools, Avasco hitting .211 on the season. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. To AJ Avasco, the pitch on 0-2, hammered left side, and that is going to be fair down the left field line. Avasco rounding first base. He's on his motor into second with a stand-up double as Jeter Worthy scores on an RBI double from Avasco. So now he motors into second. Lincoln East leads 5-0 as Worthy stole second base and then was able to advance to third on the ground out to the right side off the bat of Berkey. And Avasco hits an RBI double with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. So now that brings up Garrett Springer, the designated hitter. Avasco stands on second base. The pitch to Springer. Breaking ball hits him on the left shoulder, and he will be awarded first base. So Springer occupies first. Avasco's at second, and Troy Peltz, who hit that bases clearing RBI triple in the first inning steps in. Peltz, the 5-hitter in the Spartans lineup. No balls, no strikes. First pitch of the at-bat to Troy Peltz. Takes a backdoor breaking ball in the corner. Strike one. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning. Spartans trying to add on to their 5-0 lead. A hefty swing by Troy Peltz. Fans through it. No balls, 2 strikes from the righty Gartner. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. 5-0 Spartans with an early lead on the Patriots. Backdoor breaking doesn't work. It's himself back to the zone enough, and it's ball 1. Peltz getting the start in left field today. Wears number 27 for Lincoln East. The Spartans are the home team, hitting here in the bottom of the second inning. The 1-2 pitch from Gartner. Fouled off in the box. We'll do it again at 1-2. So the Spartans put up 4 runs in the bottom of the first, 1 here in the bottom of the second. Runners on first and second in the form of Avasco and Springer. The pitch on 1-2, up and away, ball 2. So once again, Tyler Albert started this game for Millard South. He went 1 inning of work, 4 earned runs, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and 4 hits allowed. Here in this bottom of the second inning, Nolan Garter comes in, trying to get out of the jam. 2-2 pitch, 2 outs. This one hit well down the right field line. It is gone if it stays fair, but it hooks foul. Troy Peltz having himself a day as that hit the Hy-Vee pavilion tent in right field, well past the foul pole, and it is foul. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. We do it again. That was a fastball on the inner part of the plate that Troy Peltz hammered to right field here at Warner Park. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 5-0 Spartans here in the bottom half of the second inning. And Peltz calls time before Gardner delivers. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch from Gardner. It drills Troy Peltz. So Peltz takes it in the right ankle, and now that brings up the right fielder, Owen Lessig. On the hit by pitch, consecutive hit by pitches, I may add. Springer advances to second, Avasco advances to third, and Peltz will now take over reign at first base. So now Owen Lessig. Lessig struck out swinging against Albert in the first inning, now faces Noah Garter. No balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Bases are juiced for the Spartans. First pitch, low and away, ball 1. Big opportunity for the Spartans to put up another crooked number here in the bottom of the second inning, as it is 5-0 Lincoln East. Garter comes set, looks back at second, and fires home. Swung on this one on a line to the right fielder, and Carroll is able to make the catch in right field for out number 3. So the Spartans leave them loaded. A nice piece of hitting by Owen Lessig to right field on a line, but it is out number 3. So we go to the top of the third inning, due up for the Patriots in the top half of the third, 8-9-1. It's Jacob Allstat, Logan Wick, and Will Thomas due up for Millard South in the top of the third inning. It's 5-0 Lincoln East here in the Class A State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial or residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Nick Sainer back with you from Warner Park in Omaha. The first pitch of the third inning skied high off the bat of Jacob Allstat to the center fielder Mason Gaines. Makes the catch for out number one. So second consecutive inning where the first batter for Millard South has been retired on one pitch for the first out of the inning. Logan Wick now due up. Wick's made a couple of nice plays at second base for Millard South. And here's the first pitch from Fraley. Up and away, ball one. Thomas Fraley, so far so good. 2 innings, 2 1/3 actually, of one-hit baseball. Throws from the left side, fires the 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed, 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out. Top of the third inning. Right-handed hitter Logan Wick takes ball two up and away, 2-1 from the left-handed arm of Thomas Fraley. Fraley adjusts his hat out of the windup. Sun starting to peek through a couple of the clouds here at Warner. Takes ball 3-1. Spartans put up 4 in the bottom half of the first, 1 in the bottom half of the second, and that's where we're at, 5-0 in the top of the third. 3-1 pitch, fastball right down Broadway, 3-2. So just a reminder, if Lincoln East wins this game, they will punch their ticket to Friday's championship as Wick floats this one out right field, shallow right fielder. The right fielder, Lasig, was playing extremely shallow and is able to make that look routine for out number 2. But as I was saying, Spartans win this one, they advance to Friday's state championship as they will await the winner of the afternoon games today between Millard West and Elkhorn South. Elkhorn South, a lot better than what their 7 seed indicates. They've lost a lot of games by 1 run, 2 runs. Just a couple of reasons there as the leadoff hitter, Will Thomas, in the Millard South lineup gets drilled, and Fraley puts him on via hit by pitch. So now that brings up the shortstop for Millard South, Jackson Apin. Apin flew out to the center fielder Gaines his first time up in the first inning. Millard South went 3 up, 3 down in the top half of the first as well. Fraley comes set at the belt, looks over to Thomas over at first base. The runner goes. Worley throws down to second. Nobody is home, and it goes into center field, sliding in safely, and Jeter Worthley instantly calls a conference on the mound. And so Jeter Worthley, not a fan of how he threw down. It was a perfect throw, and the middle infield of Senstock and Berkey were just not on the same page as they didn't realize that the runner was even going, as Will Thomas got a really good jump from first base where he was being held on by Avasco, and Worthley threw down to second. Nobody even started to pinch towards second base, and that throw into the center field, sliding in easily to second, was Will Thomas. No balls, 1 strike here for Jackson Apin. Thomas Fraley on the mound. Will Thomas now in scoring position for the Millard South Patriots, down 5-0. The 0-1 pitch from Fraley. This one hit well out to right center field. The center fielder ranging over, and Mason Gaines collects it for out number 3. So 2 flyouts and a lineout to retire the Millard South part of the third inning. As due up for the Spartans in the home half of the third, it will be 7, 8, and 9 hitters, Senstock, Gaines, and Peterson, when we come back in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Welcome back into Warner Park, 5-0 your score as we enter the bottom of the third inning. First up for the Spartans in the home half of the third, it'll be Joey Senstock, the Lincoln East shortstop, as Noah Gardner back out there for a second inning of work as Senstock lines this one on the one hop to the shortstop and over to the first baseman in time. 6-3 on the putout for out number one. So Lincoln East up 5-0 through 2.5 innings of play. Stepping into the box now, Mason Gaines. Gaines hitting from the left side, facing the right arm of Noah Gardner. Gaines grounded out to the second baseman to end the first inning. Gaines showing bunt, takes strike one down the middle, 0-1. Standing on deck is Tanner Peterson as Gaines steps in, 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, stays outside, 1-1. 6 hits for the Spartans, 1 for the Patriots here in this one. Really nice start for Thomas Fraley for Lincoln East as Gardner delivers the 1-1, swung on and missed, 1-2. Nearing the 11 o'clock hour here at Warner Park, slight breeze out to left field. Really nice day otherwise. Chance of rain later on in the afternoon as the 1-2 pitch from Gardner stays outside as a nice snag away from his body by Carson Durr behind the plate. Makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coach Lanik standing down in the third base box. Coach Ben Brink standing by first base as Gaines chops this one softly to the pitcher. He's able to field that one, throws off of 1 foot, and fires over to first in time for out number 2. 1-3 on the putout for out number 2. And the 9-hitter in the Spartans lineup comes up to bat in Tanner Peterson. So Gardner has been able to retire the first 2 Spartans hitters in the bottom of the third inning. Jeter Worthley with his shin guard still on, waits on deck with 2 outs. As Peterson, his first pitch of the at-bat, is a strike on the outer half, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the third inning. Gardner trying to put up the first Spartan 0 of the ball game. As the 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, floats across the heart of the plate for a strike. 0-2 quickly to Tanner Peterson, the third baseman for Lincoln East. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. From the windup, Noah Gardner, the junior, came into relief of Tyler Albert. The 0-2 pitch, fastball grounded softly to the shortstop, fielded, muffed by Jackson Apin. As that took a nosedive as soon as he tried to field that with his left glove hand. And on first safely via the air on the shortstop is Tanner Peterson. So now stepping into the box, it'll be Jeter Worthley. Doing the catching for the Spartans. Steps into that right-handed batter's box, puts the sign sheet where Coach Lanik reads out a series of numbers back in his left pocket. The mitt that he will use if he gets on base is hanging out of his right back pocket. He steps up to the plate. No balls, no strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the third inning. Gardner comes set, checks the runner at first. The runner fakes like he's going to go, and Peterson at first base, but he then holds up and breaks down into a secondary lead. It's ball 1 to Jeter Worthley. Worthley steps up to the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs here, bottom of the third. Runner at first is Tanner Peterson. Gardner checks the runner 3 times and fires. Hits the outside corner, strike 1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the Class A semifinals. 5-0 Lincoln East. Gardner comes set, delivers, up and in. Almost hit Jeter Worthley, but takes ball 2, 2-1. Millard South has been able just to muster 1 hit against Thomas Fraley. As Gardner set at the belt. Fires the 2-1. This is drilled out to right field, down for a base hit with 2 outs. Fielded by the right fielder, Harrison Hart. Hits his cutoff man, and they go station to station as Worthley is on first with a 2-out single. Peterson advances to second base. Worthley advances up to first on the single. And stepping in, Kai Berkey. Berkey had a single back in the first inning with 1 out, and then grounded out to the second baseman back in the second inning of play. The first pitch of the at-bat, Berkey grounded softly to the shortstop. Apin gets another chance, fires over to second for the force, and that will do it for the Spartans' half of the 3rd inning. No runs on 2 hits and 2 runners left on base. So we go to the top of the 4th inning. Millard South due up for the Patriots in the visiting half of the 4th. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Harrison Hart, Carson Durr, and Brody Gindra all due up for the Patriots, coming up in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Nick Sander back with you from Warner Park in Omaha. We head to the top of the 4th innings. All Spartans so far. They lead 5-0. But a chance here in the top of the 4th for the Millard South Patriots as they have hitters 3, 4, and 5 coming to the plate. The smell of the grill is starting to fill the air at Warner Park. Their grill wasn't working in the concession stand, so options were limited here on Monday, Forget which day it is. On Monday. We were at Tal Anderson Field. No games were played here yesterday. Back here for the rest of the week. The pitch swung on and missed by Harrison Hart to start things in the top of the 4th. Still a soft breeze out to left field as Fraley delivers the 0-1, swung on again and missed. 0-2 coming up to Harrison Hart, the 3-hitter in Millard South's order. The 0-2 pitch, just outside of the zone, missed low, 1-2. The 1-2 offering from Fraley. Low and inside, good block behind the plate by Worthley. 2-2. So good job by Harrison Hart here, evening up the count with nobody out in the top of the 4th. Hart grounded out to the second baseman to end the 1st inning. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed as a changeup on the 2-2 offering just dove out of the zone and Hart swung over the top of it for out number 1. So now Carson Durr comes up to the plate. He grounded out to the third baseman Peterson to start the 2nd inning. He steps in as the cleanup hitter. He started the game on Friday hitting 7th in the Millard South lineup. Ever since, though, his hit cleanup. And he takes ball 1-0. Quickly, the Fraley pitch, 1-0, skied back over our heads here at the press box, 1-1. One ball, one strike. One out here in the top of the fourth. 1-1 pitch, outside corner, a good pitch by Fraley, 1-2. One ball, two strikes, one out. Swung on and missed, and back-to-back Ks for Fraley to start the fourth inning as he gets Hart and Durr down swinging. So now Brody Gindra comes up to the plate. Gindra started the game on Monday for Millard South. And here he steps in, had 5 innings of no-hit baseball. The first pitch to Gindra, fouled right side. That'll reach the concourse, if not farther away, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Just 1 hit on the day through 3 2/3, allowed by Fraley and achieved by Millard South. The 0-1 pitch, up and away, missed badly, 1-1. So Worthley doing the catching, Avasco at first base, Berkey at second, Senstock at short, and Tanner Peterson at third. As the 1-1 pitch, a breaking ball that works back towards the zone, 1-2. In the outfield, it's Troy Pelton left, Mason Gaines in center, and Owen Lessig in right. The 1-2 pitch, grounded hard foul, just bouncing out of the way of it was the third base coach for Millard South. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Gindra getting the start at third base today for Millard South. The 1-2 offering from Fraley swung on and missed on an elevated fastball, and Thomas Fraley strikes out the side in order. So we now head to the bottom of the fourth. We're halfway through this one. It's 5-0 Lincoln East here on 93.7 The Ticket.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial or residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Nick Sander back with you from Warner. As it's the bottom of the fourth inning, AJ Avasco steps in from the left side, facing Gardner in his third inning of work, and this one goes back to the backstop. Gardner may have gotten the signals messed up by his catcher, Carson Durr, because Durr just threw up his hands like, what in the world pitch was that? As that one flew way out of the zone. Now they have a brief conversation on the mound, and it looks like we're ready to play baseball again. So Avasco takes the first pitch of the at-bat, outside ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out here in the home half of the fourth. The pitch, this one hit really well out to the right center gap. The right fielder racing over, will not get there. Avasco zooming around first, and he will stand up into second base with another stand-up double. Avasco now 3 for 3 on the day with 2 doubles and a single. So now that brings up the designated hitter, Garrett Springer. So Garrett Springer comes up to bat. He was hit by a pitch back in the second, and he walked on 4 pitches back in the first. Here's the pitch. It's a breaker. Millard South probably needs to check and switch up some signs here, as Vasco signaled what pitch that was going to be to Garrett Springer behind the plate. Here with 1-0 counts, and as Gardner steps off the rubber, we'll see what they do. Here comes a breaking ball, as once again, Vasco, to refrain from telling Lincoln East how they operate, Garrett Springer knows what pitch is coming here. 1 ball, 1 strike, with the help of Vasco standing on second base. Here comes the pitch from Gardner on 1-1. Low and away, ball 2. And now we're going to have a conversation on the mound. So Carson Durr goes out to talk to Noah Gardner, while Springer goes and trots down the third base line to talk to Coach Lanik. Two balls, 1 strike, the count. AJ Vasco, the runner on second. Springer steps into the box, and we're ready to go again. Gardner, the pitch. Breaking ball, hammers off the shin guard of Carson Durr, and it goes into the Millard South dugout. I have not seen that, as that hit off the shin guard as he tried to block it, took a straight angle right at the Millard South dugout, out of play, and Vasco is awarded third base. 3 balls, 1 strike as the infield comes in for Millard South. Vasco standing 90 feet away, and Springer hunting fastball on 3-1. Up and in, and that's ball 4 for Garrett Springer. So another walk for Garrett Springer. He's been on base all 3 times, but hasn't been able to put bat on ball. It's been 2 walks and a hit by pitch. And now we'll see if Lincoln East tries to maneuver a first and third play, as Dele Odulate comes to run for Springer, the designated hitter. So Odulate will occupy first base, Vasco at third, and Troy Peltz, who's had himself a nice day, a bases clearing RBI triple back in the first, and then he had a home run but foul. That was an absolute moonshot to the right field side before he was hit by a pitch back in the second. Here he is in the bottom of the fourth. Nobody out, runners on the corners. Odulate getting the lead at first. And the pitch. Low out of the zone, ball 1. Troy Peltz, the starting left fielder here. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 5-0 Lincoln East. They've been in control ever since they put up 4 runs in the bottom of the first. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch from Noah Gardner. Outside corner, strike 1. There is an arm working in the Millard South bullpen. It is Brandon Burge, the junior. At some point, if Gardner needs relief. Nobody warming up in the Lincoln East bullpen, understandably so, as Fraley's been really, really good today. The pitch, fly ball, shallow left side, third baseman ranging over. This is Gindra. He makes the catch for out number 1 to retire Troy Peltz. So F5 for out number 1. Owen Lessig comes up to bat. Would not be surprised to see Dele Odulate in motion over there at first base here. Odulate gets his lead at first. Gardner checking him. Comes set. Checks him again. 3 times the charm. And fires home. That ball gets away from Dura. Vasco will score. And Odulate races to second. So now Lincoln East leads 6-0 after the pass ball gets past Durr. So once again, Odulate advances to second on the pass ball, and with his speed, he will be able to score on a base hit. Owen Lessig, the hitter, the starting right fielder, wearing number 6 for Lincoln East. Odulate gets his lead at second base, hopping back and forth. The 1-0 pitch, breaking ball, stays up out of the zone, ball 2. So now Durr having a conversation with Gardner on the mound again. Looks like just Millard South is out of sync. 4th game of the state tournament for the Patriots. One ball, no strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 pitch, strike in there. Outside part of the plate, 1-1. Rather, 2-1 to Owen Lasik. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 6-0 your score. The pitch from Gardner. Outside, rather hits the corner. That was a friendly call. Hits the corner, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Owen Lessig. 6-0 your score. As Gardner comes set, checks the runner at second. The pitch swung on, hit well to the shortstop. Should be routine. Apin fields it cleanly, fires over to first in time for out number 2. 6-3 on the putout. For out number 2 on the grounder, Odulate advances to third base. And that brings up Joey Senstock. Senstock had an RBI back in the 1st inning to drive in Troy Peltz from third. Here, similar situation with 2 outs. Runner on third base and Dele Odulate. And Senstock up to bat. He hammered that one through the right field side last time as he watches a breaking ball float in there for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike from Noah Gardner. The pitch. Low and away, ball 1. So no balls. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Outside, gets past Durr. Odulate will score, and it's 7-0 as Millard South continues to unravel. So the runner from third scores. It's 7-0, and the Spartans in firm control of this one here in the bottom of the 4th. Senstock still up to bat. 2 balls, 1 strike to the Spartans shortstop. This one's fouled off right side in the seats. Two balls, two strikes coming up to Joey Senstock. The pitch fouled off to the netting. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch from Gardner. Low out of the zone, ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The payoff pitch here in the bottom of the 4th inning to Senstock. This one hit well out to center field. Fairly routine for the center fielder, who moves over to his left a little bit for out number 3. So that'll do it for the Spartans half of the 4th inning. As they put up 2 more runs, it's now 7-0 Lincoln East here on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats. Dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people. Small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial or residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Lincoln Northwest, in our update of our game over at Tal Anderson Field, has a 3-0 lead over the Norris Titans, the number 1 seed Norris Titans over at Tal Anderson Field, as the 8 seed Falcons continue to try and keep their season alive as the 8 seed facing off against the number 1 seed Norris Titans over there, as it looks like Tyler Aldridge was able to hit a 2-run single, and then Sam Ramsey hit his first home run of the season, a solo shot over the left field fence. As one out already here in the top half of the 5th inning, now a 1-out single, running into second, the throw into second, the tag is applied, and he is out on a great relay from center field to get Driffel at second base. The first out of the inning was a fly ball from Noah Carroll to the right fielder for out number 1. But now Driffel had a single out to center field, tried to extend it to a 2-bagger, and he is tagged out for out number 2. So quickly, 2 outs here in the top half of the 5th inning. And that brings up Jacob Allstat. First pitch strike to Allstat. 0-1. Quickly, Fraley going to work, and the 0-1 offering is a strike 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch, fouled off left side. We'll do it again. No balls, 2 strikes from the pitcher Thomas Fraley to Jacob Allstat. Inside, ball 1. The 1-2 pitch, inside, ball 2. The 2-2 pitch, fouled off left side. We'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. The pitch, strike 3. Just stayed inside the zone. It looked to be a tad low, but the umpire punches out Jacob Allstat, and it is all Spartans here through 4.5 innings, 7-0. Lincoln East heads to the bottom half of the 5th, and when we come back, due up for Lincoln East. It's 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Gaines, Peterson, and Worthley here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
So once again, an update over from Tal Anderson Field. Lincoln Northwest, the 8 seed, is currently ahead of Norris in Class B action, 3-0 in the middle of the 4th inning. And so we'll keep you updated on that one as soon as we get updates here at Warner Park. But Lincoln Northwest, how about them? Putting on a show for the fans here in the Class B state tournament. Back here, Class A action, it's Lincoln East ahead in firm control, 7-0 over Millard South. The first pitch is a ball. The second pitch also a ball to Mason Gaines, the starting center fielder. Two balls, no strikes, nobody out, bottom of the 5th. The pitch hits the inside part of the plate, strike one. So new pitcher on the mound is left side. This one from Gaines squirts through the infield for a base knock, and it's a leadoff single for Mason Gaines. Tanner Peterson next up to bat for Lincoln East, as Gaines will lead off of first base. So Noah Gardner's day is done. He did a nice job in relief, just allowed 2 runs. As the pitch, bunt down the third base line. Good bunt fielded by the catcher. Durr fired over to first in time. A nice play by the man behind the plate, Carson Durr. And Peterson does his job, sacrifices his bunt, or sacrifices his at bat rather, for out number 1. And that brings up the top of the order in Jeter Worthley. Standing on second base now, Mason Gaines. So 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. The new pitcher for Millard South is Brandon Burge, a junior, 0-1 on the year with a sub-4 earned run average. No balls, no strikes here to the leadoff man, Jeter Worthley. The pitch, breaking ball, outside corner, strike one. Nice pitch by Burge, the right-handed thrower. So Gaines leads off at second base. The shortstop, Apin, working him from behind. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch hammered right side. Should be a routine fly ball for the right fielder, Harrison Hart. Looking to tag is Gaines. He will tag. The throw goes all the way into third and now to the left side. Now Gaines will try to run home. The throw home by Gindra is not in time, and Mason Gaines tags up from second. The throw was not cut off to Gindra at third. It got past Gindra, and he threw it home as Gaines was sprinting towards home plate, and he slides in safely for their 8th run of the day. So he advances on the fly ball, but then advances home on the air. And so that is out number 2, however, on the fly ball to the right fielder off the bat of Jeter Worthley, bringing up Kai Berkey. Berkey takes strike 1 down the middle of the plate, 0-1. The 0-1 offering low and away. Ball 1. This one hit well out to left field. The left fielder ranging back. It's over his head, hits the warning track and up against the wall. Kai Berkey with a stand-up double off of Brandon Burge. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch was hit well out to left field. And with 2 outs, Lincoln East has another runner in scoring position. for A.J. Avasco. Avasco 3 for 3 today, 2 doubles and 1 single. Berkey stands on second. Brandon Burge pitching out of the stretch. The pitch hits Avasco on the right knee, and he'll be awarded first base. So Avasco now at first as Berkey stands on second, and Springer walks up to the batter's box. Two outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The winning run, the walk-off run for a 10-run mercy rule, stands at first base for Lincoln East. Springer, low and away, ball 1. You want to talk about being able to control the bullpen, as Lincoln East would be able to just ride Thomas Fraley the rest of the day and not use a single bullpen arm. The luxury that would be heading into Friday's championship for Lincoln East, as Springer takes the 1-0 pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Burge, the right-hander, throws a breaking ball, chopped third base side, fielded on the hop by Gindra. The throw a tad high, but corralled by the first baseman over there, Noah Carroll. So 1 run in the bottom of the 5th inning for Lincoln East. They now lead 8-0 after Springer grounds out to end the inning. They strand 2 runners on base as well. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Due up for Millard South, it'll be 9, 1, and 2 hitters. Wick, Thomas, and Apin due up for the Patriots here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
So as of 10 minutes ago, this is an update from Lincoln Northwest Athletics over at Tal Anderson Field. Norris had a pitching change in the top of the 4th inning after Ramsey hit that home run. Barry and Robinson, runners on first and second for Lincoln Northwest, as Lincoln Northwest once again led Norris and still leads Norris by all accounts 3-0. So that was the update as of 10 minutes ago from Tal Anderson Field. New pitcher on the bump for Lincoln East as they're going to turn to number 8, Chase Nelson. He relieves Thomas Fraley after Fraley throws 5 innings of 2-hit baseball. So Chase Nelson on the mound, 5-1 record, a 2.23 earned run average. 8-0 is your score here. Due up here in the top half of the 6th inning, it's Logan Wick, the starting second baseman for Millard South. He steps in 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out to the right fielder back in the 3rd inning. Chase Nelson out of the windup, comes set. The first one up and in, ball 1. One ball, no strike, the pitch. Hits the inside corner, strike 1. Once again, Lincoln East just needs this one victory to punch their ticket to their 2nd straight title game. Millard South needs to beat the Spartans twice, but they have a lot of work to do with just 6 outs remaining in their season. Ball 2, up and in, 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 count from Chase Nelson, the right-handed pitcher, is inside 3-1. Especially when you're up 8-0 at this point, all Coach Lanik's asking you to do is throw strikes, please. Throw strikes. Don't make it harder on yourself than it needs to be as he starts with a leadoff walk. So a 5-pitch leadoff walk as Nelson enters the game. No balls, no strikes coming up to the leadoff hitter, the number 1 hitter in the lineup for Millard South, Will Thomas. Starting center fielder as Wick leads off at first base. The pitch outside, ball 1. Another arm already getting warmed up in the Lincoln East bullpen out there in center field, the double-decker bullpen. As the home team on the first level, the visiting team on the second level. The 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. So 6 of Chase Nelson's first 7 pitches have been balls. And it looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and have a conversation with Mr. Chase Nelson. We'll step aside for 30 seconds, come right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Nick Sander back with you from Warner Park, top of the 6th inning after a leadoff walk, and now 2-0 the count to Will Thomas. Chase Nelson had a conversation at the mound with his coach, and we're back to ready to play baseball as Nelson fires home the 2-0 pitch up and out of the zone. Back pick at first, not in time, as sliding in safely was Logan Wick. It's 3 balls, no strikes now from Chase Nelson. Three balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So 8 of the first 9 pitches have been a ball for Chase Nelson here at Warner Park. And we'll see how long this leash is for Chase Nelson from Michael Lanik. No balls, no strikes. The first pitch to Jackson Apin, the shortstop. As that's down the middle for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, nobody out here in the top half of the 6th inning. Nelson comes set against the righty Apin. Runners on first and second, looking back at second twice, and now he'll fake the pickoff back to second base. The pitch on 0-1. Breaking ball hit right field. Should be playable. And the throw in on a tagging runner at second offline. He would have been out in time, but it was offline from the right fielder, Owen Lessig. So advancing to third on the fly ball was Logan Wick. And now runners are at the corners after the Jackson Apin flyout with 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. So now Harrison Hart. Harold Hart is one of the few seniors on this Millard South roster. As Hart stands in that right batter's box, runners on the corners. The runner at first goes. The ball is in the dirt, so no throw as Will Thomas slides into second safely. So now runners at second and third, with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Something right side may score 2 for the Millard South Patriots. Hart, the 1-0 pitch. Foul back to the netting, 1-1. Top of the 6th inning here. 1 ball, 1 strike coming from Chase Nelson. Starting to find the zone a little bit. One out in the top of the sixth. Runners on second and third as Thompson leads off second, Wick off of third. Harrison Hart in the box. The breaking ball floats in, hits that top of the zone for a strike, 1-2. Nice day at Warner Park. May get a little bit of showers later today. This will be the only game, if the Spartans hold on, I should say, will be the only game that we have on our station today. As Nelson, the 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Jeter Worley catches it, shows the ball behind the plate, and that is out number 2 on a Harrison Hart strikeout swinging. So now that brings up Carson Durr. Durr, spelled D-E-R-R, doing the catching today for Millard South. He is 0 for 2 with a ground out in the second and a strikeout in the fourth. The first pitch by Nelson, low and away, gets away from Jeter Worthy behind the plate, and sliding into home is Logan Wick. A good ball and dirt read there by Logan Wick. And a passed ball will allow Millard South to get their first run in this one. We've seen Jeter Worthy block a lot more difficult balls before, but that time that one just squirted away from him. 1 ball, no strike, the pitch. Low and away, ball 2. The 2-0 pitch, foul tip into the glove, 2-1. 8-1 is your score as Logan Wick came in on a passed ball. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Will Thomas on third base. The pitch, breaking ball, strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch from Chase Nelson. Breaking ball, hammered right center gap. The center fielder Gaines racing over, will not get there. That'll score the second run of the game for Millard South on a 2-out RBI single from Carson Durr. So now the score is 8-2 here in the top of the 6th inning. And Millard South trying to make a little magic happen here in the final couple of innings. In the bottom of the 4th inning over at Tal Anderson Field, we mentioned Lincoln Northwest was up 3-0 on number 1 seed Norris. An update here, Alex Small drove in 2 runs on a line drive to left field, allowing Norris to tie the game at 3 apiece. So Norris and Lincoln Northwest now tied at 3. Back here at Warner, as the first pitch of the at-bat to Brody Gindra catches the plate, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top half of the 6th inning. The quick pick over to first, not in time, back safely was Carson Durr. Rather, that is Murphy Helm who came in as the courtesy runner. Chase Nelson comes set. There goes Helm. Pitch in the dirt. Worthy throws down to second. Not in time as Helm slides in safely. And now runners will be at second base for Brody Gindra. Millard South just has 3 hits today. 2 runs, though, to show for it. Both of those coming here in the 6th inning. Thomas reached on a walk, and Logan Wick reached on a walk. Both those guys came around to score. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch from Nelson swung on, skied high right side of Vasco, giving it a look. It will be caught over the railing of Vasco, able to make the catch over the first base railing, and that'll end the inning. Millard South scores 2 runs. They leave 1 runner on second base. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Due up for the Spartans, it will be Peltz, Lessig, and Senstock coming up for Lincoln East in their home half of inning number 6. We'll step aside. 8-2 your score right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats. Dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people. Small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Nick Sander back with you from Warner Park. 8-2 as we enter the bottom of the 6th inning. Troy Peltz up first for Lincoln East. Still facing Burge on the mound as Peltz grounds this one right side. Fielded on the backhand by the first baseman. Throwing the dirt. Great dig by the pitcher. Brody Burge covering it. Did not look pretty, but it all counts the same as it's 3-1 on the putout. So now that stepping up to the plate, Owen Lessig. Senstock is on deck. The pitch, grounded, second base side. Logan Wick comes up with it cleanly, fires over to first in time for a quick out number 2. Now Joey Senstock can hit. Hitting from the right side, facing the right-handed Burge. No balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch, outside, ball 1 to Joey Senstock. Here comes the pitch to Senstock on 1-0. Low and away, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch from Burge. Low and away, ball 3. So after Burge retired the first 2 hitters on 2 pitches, he now has thrown 3 straight balls to Joey Senstock. As the sun peeks through the clouds, shining bright on Warner Park, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Joey Senstock. So a 2-out walk to Senstock brings up Gaines. Mason Gaines hit a single back in the 5th inning. He then was sacrificed over to second and then came around from second to score on a tag onto third, and then an errant throw into third base. Quick pick over to first, and Senstock is back in time. Millard South will be down to their final 3 outs in the top half of the 7th inning. As now over at first base, Senstock is picked off. So Burge picks off Senstock, and that'll do it for the bottom of the 6th inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Last chance for the Patriots. They need 6 to keep this game alive and to prevent the Spartans from punching another ticket to the state championship game on Friday night. We find out what happens next in the top of the 7th inning. Millard South will have Carroll, Driffel, and Altstadt. 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for the Patriots. Coming up next on 93.7 The Ticket.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial or residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
It is the last opportunity for the Millard South Patriots here in the top of the 7th inning. They trail 8-2 to Lincoln East as Noah Carroll steps up to the plate. Carroll, the starting first baseman, takes strike one from Chase Nelson, 0-1. Lincoln East knocked off Millard West last year in the state championship game to win their first state title. As the 0-1 pitch is taken low and away, ball one. One ball, one strike, the pitch. Swung on and missed by Carroll, 1-2. One ball, two strikes, nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. Chase Nelson from the windup, and he starts his motion. The pitch to Carroll. Hit well out to center field, gains right there, and is able to catch it on a line for out number one. So now Lincoln East 2 outs away from advancing to their second straight state title. And we're going to have a conversation on the mound. It looks like Chase Nelson might be done. They're going to bring in a new pitcher to get the final 2 outs here as Chase Nelson, his day is done. And they'll bring somebody new in to face Colin Driffel, the designated hitter. We'll let you know who it is when we come back in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial or residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Nick Sander back with you. The new pitcher for the Lincoln East Spartans is number 9, Keith Knack, a senior, 2-0 on the season, a 1.16 earned run average. Right-handed thrower. He will face Colin Driffel and Jacob Altstadt for sure, as there's one out here in the top of the 7th inning. So last time we all checked, it's 3-3 in the other game between Lincoln Northwest and Norris. Norris was able to hit a game-tying 2 RBI single from Alec Small to tie the game at 3 apiece. So first pitch of the at-bat coming from Knack to Colin Driffel. The pitch, breaking ball, floats in there for a strike, 0-1. Tough one to be welcomed with. Colin Driffel, the designated hitter, is 1 for 2 today. Swung on and missed. Got a piece of it, but into the mitt of Jeter Worthley. And Driffel had a single, tried to stretch it to a double back in the 5th inning and got thrown out. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch, low and away, ball 1. That was a waste pitch by Knack. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. here in the top half of the 7th inning. Millard South down to their final 2 outs. The pitch swung on and missed on an elevated fastball, and Lincoln East is 1 out away. And that brings up Jacob Altstadt. Altstadt, a junior outfielder, hits .257 on the year. 9 hits all season long. The first pitch to Altstadt, outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning here, Knack on the mound, Worthley behind the plate. The pitch, fouled off left side, 1-1. Jacob Altstadt, the left-handed hitter, facing the righty arm of the Spartans. The pitch on 1-1, up and away, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. The delivery, upstairs, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 7th. The pitch. That one's down Broadway, 3-2. So the payoff pitch, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lincoln East trying to punch their ticket to Friday's championship game. Grounded, lined, and muffed at shortstop by Joey Senstock into center field. That was hit on a line. A quick throw back to first base, not in time, and the season is still alive. Millard South as Jacob Altstadt gets the 2-out single. And so now Logan Wick will come up to bat, the 9-hitter in the Millard South lineup. Looks like they brought in a pinch runner for Altstadt over at first base. So Wick, the 9-hole, and then the leadoff hitter, Will Thomas, stands in the on-deck circle. Murphy Helm is the pinch runner over at first base. Helm, one of the lone seniors on this team for Millard South. Helm, Hart, and Ian Langer, who we have not seen this tournament, are the 3 seniors for Millard South. First pitch, the at-bat in there for a strike to Logan Wick, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here, top of the 7th inning. Knack shaking off the pitch, now fires, breaking ball upstairs, 1-1. Update over from Tal Anderson Field, thanks to folks sending me texts, as Norris has taken the lead after 5 innings of play. They lead 4-3 over Lincoln Northwest. Here, 1 ball, 1 strike, the quick pick over to first. Back in time is Murphy Helm. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Out of the stretch to face Logan Wick, the second baseman for Millard South. Strike 2 on the outer half, 1-2. So once again, for the second straight batter, Lincoln East, 1 strike away, 1 out away from Friday's championship. As the 1-2 pitch, breaking ball upstairs, 2-2. Lincoln East trying to get the clapping together as the student section dressed in neon. Down that third base side. The 2-2 pitch on 2 outs. Fouled back. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 8-2 is your score. Lincoln East out in front. Knack comes set at the belt. He kicks his leg, fires, foul back again as Logan Wick stays alive. So Logan Wick, the right-handed hitter, with Murphy Helm, the pinch runner, on first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. Knack fires home. This one skied high, left side, Senstock waving off the left fielder, waving off the third baseman, and Lincoln East, for the second straight year, is going to the Class A championship game. they will await the winner of Millard West and Elkhorn South later this afternoon as they knock off and eliminate the Millard South Patriots 8-2 in the first game of the day here at Warner Park. So once again, Lincoln East, congratulations as the number 1 seed. The one-loss Lincoln East Spartans are returning to the Class A title game. And if Millard West either wins just 1 game against Elkhorn South or Elkhorn South wins 2 against the Millard West Wildcats, then they will play the winner of whichever one there, but in the Class A title game slated for 7 p.m. first pitch on Friday night. The Class B title game, still curious on who the winner in the matchup is going to be there. We know Norris leads Lincoln Northwest 4-3 after 5 innings of play over at Tal Anderson Field. So that'll be all for us today here on 93.7 The Ticket. It'll be normal programming the rest of the afternoon until 5 p.m. when you hear the Pro Volleyball Federation Radio Network go live with Derek Pearson, Renee Saunders, and Rico from CHI Health Center as they broadcast the Final Four of the Pro Volleyball Federation ahead of Saturday's championship match. Tomorrow, no high school baseball at all. It'll be regular programming all day long. I will join you once again on Friday afternoon at 3:30 p.m. from Warner Park for the Class B title game ahead of the Class A title game coming your way on 93.7 The Ticket. A huge thanks to Rico, Bach, Austin, all the guys back in our 93.7 The Ticket studios. Nick Sainert saying so long from Warner Park. Lincoln East is in Friday night's championship game with an 8-2 victory over the Millard South Patriots. This has been the Class A State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial or residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best